bit of a semi-rain day happening here aboard Boogaboo, our beautiful 330 Sundancer, Sea Ray Sundancer. And so I am going to tackle a long overdue project, fixing these little tabs. Yeah, so if you have a boat yourself, you probably found that some of these things just come off. These are the snaps that are going to be holding down the canvas on the back of the boat, or pretty much anywhere in the boat. And they just simply wear loose over time. Remember, our boat is a 1998 model year. Today is 2020, so it's 22 years old. So these things either back out, people over torque them, and they just become loose because the hole is now too big. So they'll go in, but they'll pull out over time. So what I'm going to do, real simple repair, is I have this marine epoxy. It's called Marine Hand Moldable All-Purpose White Epoxy Putty Stick, and I buy this locally here in Ontario, Canada, where we live, at Home Hardware, which is a nationwide chain of hardware stores. And this stuff, I've been using it for years. When we had our last boat, our 400 Sandbridge, a couple of porthole windows had been leaking around the seals, and that, excuse me, and that was a balsa core hull, so the balsa core had rotten away. So I found this stuff, and it's like I say, real simple. All you gotta do is slice off the section that what you want. And this is two-part, as you can see, the green and the white. I mean, this is discolored over time. And so you cut off a little piece, and then you mold it in your hand until it is a consistent color, and then it is ready to go. And then I'm just going to put a little dab on each screw and put those into the holes, and by tomorrow it will be dry and good to go. Now ideally this could be a piece of cardboard or something. Don't tell Anchor Girl I'm cutting on her table. So I'm just using like an X-Acto knife, a razor knife, to cut through there, get a nice clean cut. And you see there's plastic wrapped around this tube, for lack of a better term, I guess, just to keep it dry, keep the outside layer dry, that is. So that's it. I just got a tiny little slice, maybe 1/4 inch thick. Put this piece of tin foil back on to protect it so it doesn't dry out so much. Back in the tube. Lid goes on. Ba-da! Boom. Now I'm just going to mix this together, take that bit of plastic off. I'm just going to clean away this dry stuff that's on the surface. Shouldn't really matter, but so get rid of that. And now I just mush it all together. You see the colors. See, now the green is going to blend in with that beige, and like I say, once it's a consistent color, then you know it's safe to use. Oh, sorry, it's ready to use. See, now I got it to a consistent color, a sticky consistent color. Just put a tiny little bit right on the threads of the screw. Screws up, and then that should just work its way into the holes. Screw it in, wipe off the excess, and voila. But that's the one that pulled out, and as you can imagine, that one's going to take a lot of wear and tear, just simply because this is where we enter onto the boat, so that's open and closed a lot. And so I just wiped off the excess. I smushed in a bunch of that epoxy in the hole before I put this in, plus around the threads, and just, you know, just hand tighten it, wiped it off, cleaned it up with some acetone, and I'll leave it alone for today, and by tomorrow that should set up nice and strong. That'll be fixing that problem. And so once again, the product is called Marine Hand Moldable All-Purpose White Stick Epoxy Putty Stick. Yeah, it's a long name. Marine and Plumbing Repairs, and this is manufactured in the USA. Nice to see. Even though we are in Canada, I always like to support Canadian and US companies as much as possible. And this product is made by, I'm spinning it around, there's right there. It's manufactured by PC Products, Protective Coating Company, and they are in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Oh, now everybody's going to be singing Billy Joel songs for the rest of the day. So yeah, good product. Like I said, I've used it many times in the past on this boat as well as a prior boat, and it has never let me down. It's relatively inexpensive, and the good thing that I like about it is that it is more like a putty than a liquid type of epoxy, so you can fill bigger voids with it, and even smaller ones like I just did there, because it'll hold its shape and it'll stay in there. Now, dry time, I have found working time is 10-15 minutes max, and then it starts to set up on you, so just be aware of that. Be prepared before you actually mix it. Be ready to go with whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe I can stick some in the mouths of those goosies over there. So yeah, a quick and easy repair on the boat. If you found this interesting and helpful, I invite you to take a look down in the description. I have a couple of playlists of other work that I've done on this boat, as well as our prior boat, our 400 sedan bridge. Again, the boat that I'm coming to you from right now is a 1998 model year Sea Ray 330 Sundancer. Yeah, lots of work I've done on this boat over the years, as well as, like I say, our 400 sedan bridge, including complete replacement of holding tanks, pumps, plumbing, electrical, generator, you name it. I've probably fixed it on the boat. And no, I'm not a marine mechanic. I'm just a guy who loves boating and frankly couldn't afford to have the marina do all the work, so I do it myself. And like I say, one of the playlists that you'll find down in the description is called How I Did It, Boat Upgrades and Repairs. And the reason I say how I did it, because it's not necessarily the best way or the only way, but it is my way and it works for me. And so if you look at those videos, I hope you get something out of it. Don't tell me I'm doing it wrong. Don't say anything if it comes right down to it. No, I'm kidding. I always appreciate people's suggestions, but I'm not gonna change something the way I did it. That's just the way it is, folks. So look at that. Let me know if you enjoy those, as well as, of course, the rest of our boating videos. It's not only about fixing the boat, even though sometimes it feels like that way. But we do a lot of extensive cruising. So again, go back to the main channel and take a look at my Epic Boat Cruise 2018, 2019 series, as well as our Trent Severn Waterway cruising videos, as well as our Georgian Bay cruising videos, and everywhere else that we've been and have yet to go. So, and if you found this really helpful, I would invite you to go over and look at my Patreon page. Maybe offer some support that way too. I would appreciate it. And if nothing else, simply subscribe or give this video a like. Love to hear from you. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.